Good afternoon, people. Good afternoon, friends.
Here, we'll start.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good afternoon,
Hello.
friends. My name is Igitogwi Manyara.
Let's go ahead.
I'm the editor of the Platform for Law, Justice and Society,
speakers from where?
the joint organizers of this function today with the University of Nairobi. I kindly request that you be upstanding for the national anthem. Yes, so able to.
Good afternoon. You rise. We're going to sing the first stanza of our Swahili national anthem. E Mungu nguvu yetu, ilete baraka kwetu, haki ngao na ulinzi, na tukae kwa undugu, amani na uhuru, raha tupate na ustawi.
Thank you very much. You may be seated. Together with me as friends is Mr. Nyerere and Mr. Ogada of the Faculty of Law here. And without much ado now, I invite the Dean of the School of Law of University of Nairobi,
Not here. Yes.
Professor Gary Mwaura, to welcome us to this institution.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Senior Counsel Gitobo Imanyana, Your Excellency, Professor Kibwana, Governor of Makueni County, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Nairobi, who is going to be joining us very soon, editor of the Platform magazine, the judges present, distinguished faculty, guests, alumni, Fred, ladies and gentlemen. I'm greatly honored to welcome you to the School of Law at the University of Nairobi, the institution that has shaped the destiny of us all. This year is of great significance to us, as we are not only marking the 10th anniversary of the Kenyan Constitution, but we are also marking 50 years since the establishment of the University of Nairobi. I'm pleased to see in this auditorium, and also those who are listening to us online, people who have studied with us over the last 50 years, connected once again because of this event we are having today, the CB Madan Memorial Lecture, where Professor Kibwana will be speaking about the rule of law and development. I can see those who studied with us between 1970 and 1980. Kindly raise your hands. Good. Yeah, quite a number, many of them. Those who studied with us between 1980 and 1990, even if you're online, just raise your hand. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Those who studied with us between 1990 and 2000, kindly raise your hands. I was also in that category. I was taught by Professor Kibwana in the year 1992 when he took me through constitutional law. The ones who were with us between the year 2000 and 2010, kindly raise your hands. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Those who are with us between 2010 and 2020? Good. Good. Thank you. Thank you for coming. And I think those are the majority. We thank you for joining us today. And it's our hope that our alma mater, that the board that our alma mater gave us over the last 50 years shall continue to bring us together on a regular basis for the purpose of learning from each other. I'm sure you'll agree with me that the University of Nairobi School of Law gave us very memorable experiences and values that are still shaping our lives today. We recently conducted a treasure study on our alumni and asked them in one of the questions to indicate the most memorable quotes they can remember during their days at the university. We got very interesting responses, and one of the quotes that we got was actually attributed to Professor Kivutha Kibwana. He must have said it in the 1980s and 90s when he told his class, you need to read and understand the law well so that you don't jail people for nothing. As you can see, Professor Kibwana, that was 1980s or early 90s. He was still very committed to pursuing the course of the rule of law, because what was telling his class was the fact that you need to understand the law and apply it properly so that you don't cause any injustice to any person. We also got some other very interesting quotes that I can take you through. One of them was saying, it was by Harvey Aguba, the late Harvey Aguba, who was teaching with us, telling our students that you cannot learn the law through rumors, you must read widely. The other one was saying that the only thing the law cannot do is to change a man into a woman. This was probably the 80s and 90s, because we know now the law allows birth certificates to be changed. We see it happening in Europe and America, where if you are born as a man, when you grow up, you can change. And the law says that the birth certificate can be changed to reflect different sex. The other quote that we got, which was quoted by very many people, was a quote by Aaron Rigera in the 1980s. This was well before the Beijing conference of 1985. And the quote was about an examination. He was saying that this examination, this is the examination that will separate men from boys. As for the ladies, God help them. Another quote from Dr. David Gashoki, the late, telling his students that your client is not your friend. To tax and to please is not given to men. He also told them that you are here to learn where and how to fight the law, and not to learn the law. For those who are inclined to say that the legal profession is crowded, they are always reminded that there's always room at the top. The next quotation from the former Attorney General, Githu Muigai, telling his students that we are not authorities in law. By we, I mean you. Some of you might be tempted to think that we're in the same category. He also told his students that if I get 20 lawyers from this class, I'll say the sky is blue and the grass is green, and I'll consider my work on this earth done. Another quote that was repeated by many people as well was the one about a deadline, saying, a deadline means